Oh, it's on video right now. Okay, yo, I'm a retard. I swear to God. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, okay, so basically, world is saying that I have like y'all don't need to see my notes, but once I got the notes like to the major arcana, I was like, okay, and then the rest of these readings made sense. This is kind of like as above, so below. So this is what's going on above. And I'm sorry, but this is Metatron, that's Sandophon. And with angels, okay, I don't have my angel invocation cards. They're in storage, but yeah, I'm getting admonished right now for being such a piece of OS. And also, they're like, well, if the angel invocation cards are too big for your little baby hands, don't look at my dirty hands. Why are they always dirty? Y'all, I just be sitting around in a motel room all day. I know, I have a galaxy ball. Yeah, I grabbed the galaxy ball and my LED like light as I was getting evicted the fuck out, y'all. Oh my god, these burly men came into our house and they put all of our shit on the fucking front door. And look, I'm about to pull some cards that look exactly like these. Like I'm watching YouTube, kind of, not really. But yeah, yeah, look, I got my LED lights over there and making sure I don't have paraphernalia that you would recognize. Okay, so my fucking ADHD ass. And look at my kitties. They're so cute. Okay, that's just a football. I was like, is that like dirt over there? Okay, anyway. So, the world card. This symbolizes a completion, success, helps. Oh, this angel in particular is named, and I didn't even write it down. But anyway, this is the one that helps out Metatron, okay? But also on like the Angel Invocation card, the World card is Metatron right up the. But I didn't see that a month ago. A month ago, I was like, "Oh my God, my life is over," and everything was on the front porch, and I had to call a U-Haul and hire movers, and it was like this big old thing. I don't know how I kept shit together, dude. But anyway, so this is, and as I listen, it just sounds like Metatron. See, look, here's my notes that I challenge, that I channeled. No, I didn't. I copied it out of that book. So, yeah, it helps one for. I forgot how to read now. Oh, also, this I blame this vape pen, but I got to do my homework so I can draw a different fucking reading. I know, cause I'll just get these cards over and over again until I just post a damn reading. So here I am doing it. Success. This is angelic help with following your hopes and dreams or accomplish a goal, even if it's a stupid one like getting out of your parents' house. Like my dad doesn't want to go back to live with my mom. So anyway, uh, so here's a major symbolic color is red, and that's showing a lot of energy and movement, particularly on the spiritual level, because as above, so below. Okay, so this is above. Okay, this is shit that I don't see. Or shit you don't see. I don't know. If you get anything out of it, that is awesome. Maybe that's why you're watching my weird channel. So why else? I mean, like my life is completely falling apart, and I seem to be okay with it. Like, I lost my kids a long time ago. After I lost my kid, I'm kind of okay. I mean, it's the first time in my life I've only had to worry about cats. I usually always had a baby. Like, I was like, Saskatchewan, walking around with a baby strapped to my back. People be like, people would say, they said, like, it was like I was bringing a little pet. I like go hang out with my buddies, and I bring out a baby. And they're like, "You have a baby?" And then the baby would just sit there like one of those lap dogs. You brought a baby. Yeah, I brought a baby to a bar. It makes you feel better. I wasn't drinking, but anyway, now I can go to a bar without a baby. It'll take too long to tell that story. I said, I hardly ever go to bars, so I brought a baby. Anyway, like there's like a rainbow and shit, and okay, like whenever I was like, writing the notes, it was all touching and shit, right? Like I'd be crying, like oh, and then like now I'm like doing the reading, and I'm like so distracted. This is talking about a transcendent, sacred moment, which was like in a minute ago. Y'all missed it. As we begin with nothing and finish with things coming together, full circle, once again at the beginning, but we are not the same as when we first began. The angelic message here is if you carry the hurt from a painful past, may you summon the past with the courage to face it, acknowledge the truth of it, and let it go. As you reach the end, you can now begin. So, that's like a really awesome card to get. Because, like, I've been bitching. Like, I think I, like, touched this right here. And it became, like, really foggy. Although I don't remember touching it. Although, like, for some reason, like, I got some donut, like, powder on my phone. And I'm wondering if it's on the other side now. I know. I've been just suffering here eating donuts and watching TV, right? It's just horrible. I suffer so, you guys. I'm such a homeless bum right now. It's so sad. Like, I am technically homeless, but, like, how is it my dad, like, can afford to live in a motel? Like, we both have separate rooms, right? But he can't rent a motel. He can't rent, like, a house here. He has, like, $5,000 a month, and no one will rent to him because we have an eviction fresh on our record. And the reason we were evicted was because the house was condemned with black mold. And rather than mark it as condemned, okay, like I uncovered this racket here in town where they're like, instead of bulldozing a condemned house and rebuilding a house, because that's what Texas does. Like, that's why it's not like in Massachusetts or a historical part of the country where there's historical significance. No, you just bulldoze that shit over and you build on top of it, and it's fine. Like it's black mold. Let it go. Everywhere else I've ever lived, oh, black mold. That's the end of it. Not here. They will evict people, and my parents have not ever once been late on paying their rent. That's what's crazy. That's just crazy to me. It is so corrupt. But like I am too busy being so happy that I got the fuck out of that fucking haunted creepy ass house. Like I'm joyful and shit. And I am so far away from my mom. Like my grandma, like okay, so my grandma had to live with my mom, and guess what? My grandma died. She died because she had to live with my mother. You will never convince me that my mother did not kill my grandmother with her very like nasty presence. And I'm wondering how come this is like all like, oh well, look, I can make it bigger though. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, my grandma died and there's a funeral tomorrow. And yeah, like my sister texted me, oh, the kids want to know if you'll be at the funeral because my sister also won't let me see my kids. Yeah, she's being a real cunt about it. And yeah, that's why I called her a cunt because, yeah, she's doing this parental alienation thing. Because you know why? Because my sister is one of those rich people that's embarrassed that she comes from poor people. Like, I know that she's embarrassed of, like, how poor I am. Like, we are so ghetto. We're not ghetto because we're white, right? But we grew up on a military base, which is basically like a very nice trailer park. I did not know this until they're like, "Oh, you're a military base kid." I was like, "Oh, that's Melissa is so embarrassed of us." Okay, and she's like this nice yuppie Mormon lady. And here's the thing: her husband comes from really nice people. Like really, their doctor was like a sports doctor, one of those specialists. But you know what? They don't judge us. It's just Melissa being embarrassed of us. But anyway, I completed that fucking shit. Okay, whatever the fuck is going on, and then so it's saying the end of a journey and thriving in wholeness and in fulfillment and engaging and involving with the world again, which I am actually doing. Isn't that crazy? And expertise and com- competency with the okay, like look, whenever I'm like channeling like these notes, I don't know what kind of handwriting I'm gonna get. So okay, I'm doing the best I can. Okay, expertise and competency with application of lessons, skills, and healing being applied to your daily life and willing to assist others, you know, ready for the next thing or step. And then, like, the comfort message was fear not, be not anxious, ye have done well. And so this is a symbol of an almond. And I didn't understand what I know, and I won't press any fucking buttons right now because we don't need a part three of my rambling. Okay, so notice how that's like an almond shape, and then it's the same shape as I. I know my nails are always dirty, you guys, and I don't even do anything. Anyway, my stubby fingers. I don't have long, beautiful nails, and if I get long, like fake nails, I just break them. Like you guys, look at my glasses. Look, they're all beat to shit and chewed on, and I just need LASIK surgery. I'm gonna start a GoFund page so that Morna can get some goddamn glasses. I'm not supposed to say goddamn during a reading. I'm sorry. Pretend you didn't hear that. Erase, erase. So anyway, so this almond shape as we begin, so we end, but it's a new beginning because you're not the same as the last time you were in this pot, you know? So here we are. The next one is Hierophant. This is about learning spiritual lessons to a competent. Yeah, I know. And then, okay, so bear with me. Like through these notes, I had to read this shit. I know with my like little color coding, I have issues. But anyway, so look, this is Sandalphon. Metatron sends message from above, and Sandalphon is like the Morse code guy. He delivers it on the earthly plane. He also, whenever you pray, he is also the one that sends it to Metatron, that sends it on down the line. So if you ever wonder how do all those prayers get answered, it's one hell of a office system that they have. They have those you remember those mnemonic like little tubes that they would send in the 60s and 70s? Yeah, they got those. And Metatron and Tenderford are the office managers. They told me not to laugh at okay. All right, Hierophant. Now, this particular angel is Hasmal. But he works for Sandalphon, okay? I just know he does. A fire speaking angel whose name means primordial wisdom and wonderful light. And Hasmael's fiery breath blows away incorrect teachings and beliefs that are no longer serving your higher purpose. So, okay, like more of my rambling, right? And I'm sorry that things are all jiggly now. Things were cool for a minute, and now it's gonna be jiggly. Cause get jiggy with it. Anyway, so Hasmael poses as the clergy on the card. This is about receiving divine lessons through people that you meet, like other humans that serve as vessels for angelic assistance, knowledge, or wherever you're on a search for something, I guess. But yeah, there's Sandalphon and being a smartass as usual. Can't do anything. Anyway, so here we have more red. This symbolizes traditional religion. The crossed keys are keys to the kingdom of heaven. And the hand on book is living according to a prescribed set of values, virtues, or the truth of self. Like, if you're gay, just go ahead and walk around and be gay. You know, let God sort it out. Like, don't be walking around and you know that you're homosexual, but then you're going to preach about how you need to be a trad wife and shit like that, but you know you're a lesbian. Just go ahead and be an open lesbian. And then talk about raising your kids. That's like truth of self. Now, I'm not a lesbian, but It's like, be true to yourself. I mean, and I know that it will conflict with your religion. Like, for me, growing up a Mormon, it was really hard for me to contend with. Okay, I grew up a Mormon in San Francisco, homosexual capital of the world. There was a gay pride parade throughout the entire city that we saw every damn year on our way to church. Now, that is kind of hard to come to terms with. Yeah, what do you do with that? And whenever I moved to Texas, I didn't realize being gay was like an issue. So it's like a cognitive disconnect. Like, I'm a, like, and then I grow up in Austin, Texas, and that's like the lesbian capital of the world. What in the hell am I supposed to do with that? I don't know, but I came to terms with it, right? Anyway, so books. And whenever I like channel these messages, yeah, I'm like copying some info out of the book, but like sometimes they reword shit. Okay, so that's why I'm reading off a piece of paper. For all the 6 people that watch this. All right, so the books are referring to records, sacred knowledge, and teaching what you've learned from your last step, your painful past, and being able to channel it in a positive direction by helping other people get through that shit. Because once you're out of it, like, it's like a codependent relationship and the color beige. Once you're out of it, you're like, why me not see? Why me not know? So, on these two notes, and the direction they want me to do is the appreciation of traditions that have worked for you, follow rules and influence of institutions and value upon one's life and beliefs. Yeah, being true to the self, loyalty, and being a part of a group or organization to belong. Remember to remain yourself, creativity, and individuality, as it is what made you attractive to a new group or organization. Embrace the wisdom of those who came before you always. Ding. So yeah, that made sense with this 3 of cards. Like I was like, what does this mean? What does that mean? What are you talking about? So here, I'll put it away. I'll stick a pin in it, and I do that a lot. And then whatever. Okay, like if you ever came to my house, you'll look on like a couple of tables and see like a spread, like just like a bunch of cards laid out in this geometric pattern. Because I'm like still thinking about it. Okay, it might take me like 3 days to finish getting what I want out of these cards. So yeah, before I post, that's how come I don't post them very often either. Because for me, it's about quality. Because you will see everything you need to see in 6 cards. But also, oh, this is also about disengaging emotionally from some kind of struggle and being able to choose and decide. And then once I wrote those notes, like Spirit was like, okay, and then you can just be shortcut on that. So yeah, I understand the major arcana, the major issues that I've been processing and working through. Like whenever I get quiet, it's like Carmen Sandiego. Where's Morning gonna pop up next? Like, and now I'm at a motel with 4 cats. Who knew? But yeah, I'm like happier. Like this is like really kind of a shitball motel. Oh, I know, and y'all, I'm so snobby. Like, okay, like I just didn't trust the sheets that they put down, so I went and bought my own sheets because I needed at least a 360 thread count. Like it was like sandpaper. They had me sleeping on sandpaper. It's ridiculous. So anyway, but you know what? That's like adjusting to your situation and making the best out of it. Because as soon as I had my like nice like all cotton sheets, I was like, oh, this is better. Oh, I even put my quilt down here. I need a new one though. But anyway, so yeah, like now it's like I'm on a down. Like everything was a struggle uphill. But normally this means basically this is gauze, okay? I can see right through that blindfold. I see the truth of a situation, and it's kind of like, and then look, it's like a two of wands, and I cannot make that up. Two of swords and a two of wands, and it's all coming full circle. Look, there's even a circle right there, pinnacle. But this is two of wands. This is someone striding forward confidently because they've learned the lessons, they've applied them, and they have like a virtue that here I am. This is me in the reading, and I always listen to the angel on my shoulders. I've got like, and who knows what the instructions in here. They said no, you don't have to read those instructions because these are kind of minor arcanas. This is me, and I'm learning a new thing. And two of wands, that's like, and I didn't want to cry. Like that's what come I waited because I cried a lot during these. But that wand, that is a divine spark. I like getting the ace of wands. Okay, and I have a whole theory on how all these like swords work. Okay, it's ingenious. But that is the ace of wands that I have in my hand, and I'm grabbing it, and it's a divine spark. And I'm listening to whoever this little guy is, but he's good. He's a good little guy. Homie Goblin, probably. And I am heading towards like a new group or organization or just belonging somewhere. Like that home was not a home. Oh God. Like it was full of black mold, you guys. Like it's so embarrassing finding out like as people other strangers are moving your furniture and these strangers start putting on like an N95 mask because of the mold. Like you could smell it. And then if they were moving furniture, especially in my parents' room, you could see black mold like just crawling up behind like their dresser and behind their bookshelves. And it was just it had eaten right through the back of the wall. And it was all black mold. Like my parents were living in that. It's so embarrassing because I tried to tell them like, this is why you guys are so sick. Like, yeah, I had to deal with my mom acting like an asshole, and basically, putting a wedge between me and my sisters, putting a wedge between me and anybody else. And honestly, I mean, like I miss my kids, but like they're gonna be able to go to college this way, and I don't know. Sometimes it feels weird to say I got to worry about myself because my sister's not going to let me visit them. This is usually how me and my kids are. But if someone is like sitting there in the back of the video call, like supervising everything you say, like a control freak, like I don't know who this bitch is, but like either way, like basically in a way, like everything I lost is replaceable. Even people, and I hated that about the story of Job. Like what? His kids all die, and what? You just give him new kids, and he's fine. And yeah, yeah, you move on. And my kids are fine. They're 200 miles down the road. They're going to school. I actually chose the right thing, but I had to ignore outside judgment. Like they're doing really well, and my sister doesn't talk shit about me to the kids. It's just she's so fake nice. Like you never break through that that fake veneer of politeness. And it's like she's nice to a fault. Like she never says what she means, and then whenever she does, and you try to discuss it with her, she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way." And I'm so tired of bitches saying, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way." And it's like, woman, what is it about women where you confront them with something they've said, posted, you have proof. three people heard it, and I mean, here's a screenshot, and here it is in court, here it is in black and white, and here's where you signed and notarized what you said. And they'll say, "Oh, I didn't mean it that way." Bitch, you exactly meant it that way. Just go ahead and own up to it. Because I don't want to, like, because they had no problem saying all that shit behind your back. But, I see exactly the truth of a past situation that did hurt me, of several past situations that hurt me. But apparently, I kept, like, honestly, like, I did pretty damn good. I did pretty good, all things considered. And I don't know where I'm going from here. But honestly, like, it doesn't matter because I got away from that woman. The woman in my videos from earlier in my channel that, like, bitching, never happy, always contentious, backbiting bitch, my mother, the videos, I got away from her. I got away, and everything else is downhill. And and then, yeah, the ex, that was a narcissist, I saw how I kept picking a similar dynamic that my parents had, and I applied it. And now, whenever I make decisions, I mean, normally this talks about not making a decision, but to me, since it means about making an impartial or a wise decision, for me, it's like I've already decided. It's put to rest. Like, I've decided, and here I go. And, like, I love seeing these two together. And, like, look, right there, like, you can see where it started as a cycle, and I broke that shit, yo. I broke that cycle. For $12.99. I'll teach you how you can also break out of this cycle. Actually, I would do it for free. Because, like, honestly, my narc detection skills are phenomenal. And, like, look, I've got, like, angels talking to me in my ear all the time. It's not demons. I'm not crazy, or whoever the fuck David is. I mean, apparently, you know, whoever David is, that Leo card, whoever he is, he has not asked for any nudes or any money. So that's good. Because, yeah, once they start asking for nudes, they're a cult leader, right? Anyway, yeah, and then you find your new home. You do a new thing, and now you have more funny stories to tell. And so, yeah, we'll see what the next one is. I actually pulled these out a month ago, but that's kind of how spiritual lessons go. Yeah, sometimes you can put a pin in it and think about it. So here's a 6 card draw, as above, so below. And I seem to have, like, officially decided on something. I'm sorry if I made y'all sick by putting it sideways. But look at this over here. I can video myself reading the next reading so that y'all don't have to, like, put up with my getting jiggy with the camera. And that's it. Thank you.